Judith Rauchle, R-A-U-C-H-L-E, with Preserve Franklin. I own land on Hayes Mountain Road, and I'm gravely concerned about our environment, our safety, and our health. Franklin County is mainly a rural area, and we know that the regulations for pipelines in a more sparsely populated area are much more lax, such as a much thinner wall thickness and the greater shutoff valve distance. So we're at twice the risk for hazardous incidents and twice the risk with far less infrastructure to respond to and deal with these hazards. That sounds to me like we in a rural county are just so much collateral damage. Our lives are not in the least bit important to these companies. So are we to surrender our property rights, violate and pollute our mountains, rivers, forests, wildlife, and farms, and our own health so that fracked natural gas can be exported? There is no justification for constitutional public use eminent domain here. Mountain Valley Pipeline may not have applied yet, but we know they are going to export. Most of us have wells. Our mountainous area is greatly prone to soil erosion problems. There would be trouble with water pollution, flooding, stream channel damage, decreased groundwater storage, slope failures, damage to adjacent or downstream properties. Stormwater runoff is a huge problem here, and it can carry petroleum, salt, sediment, and metals into groundwater and our well supplies. We know that numerous toxic chemicals from equipment during the construction process will enter surface and groundwater immediately, and then chemicals from potential leaks and explosions would saturate the surface and groundwater with this toxic mix, and this will contaminate and have serious health effects on livestock and crops and our drinking water. And then the continual spraying of easements will result in more toxic chemicals in our soil and water supply. This will greatly impact our lives, our health, and for many of us, the way we make our living. High-pressure gas pipelines are not safe, and this one will have as much as 1,500 psi of pressure. The U.S. Department of Transportation's PHMSA reports 11,314 significant gas pipeline accidents from 1995 to 2014, resulting in thousands of injuries and hundreds of deaths, and most of these were from much smaller pipelines. These incidents are going up, not down. In January 2015 alone, there were 5 such explosions. Environmental engineers tell us that if a 42-inch pipeline exploded, the blast radius would be at least a half a mile, and the recommended minimum evacuation distance would be 3/4 of a mile. Our rural volunteer fire departments are not equipped, are not trained, and we do not have the manpower to deal with such blasts. We know that natural gas fires have to burn off. You cannot put them out. There would almost certainly be devastating forest fires. And most people in the impacted counties and communities are just now finding out about this proposed pipeline. We request a 90-day extension of the scoping period so that the impacted communities will have additional time to evaluate and inform the Commission on these issues. Thank you.